السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري ويشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, we will continue to study the section Sad from the Quran, and we studied 45 from the section Sad, 38th section of the Quran, 45, 46, and 47 last week. Lots of names are mentioned here, not lots, but in totality in the Quran, somewhere around 27 names of the prophets are mentioned. And we wanted to understand why these prophets are really important. We concluded from last week that we studied on it quite extensively, although not smoothly, mixing up different aspects of the same subject, but at the same time, it needs to be really covered in a perfect form, which I feel that I failed to do that. Please forgive me for this. Now we understood that these people are chosen, these people are purified, and these people are the best among other people. They are given inner strength and vision. And what do they mean, really? Why they are given inner strength and vision? And some, not other people, we wanted to understand why they are chosen. And this is so interesting. That is why the Islamic tradition keeps telling us that you cannot become a prophet by working hard and becoming more pious, etc. Why? Because the more you try to become better, the more you learn, the more claim you have, which is all these endeavors, struggles, and strivings contradict the concept of prophethood. Come on, what's going on? What do you mean by prophets are ummi people? What does it mean? Not influenced by the environment. What influenced by the civilizations, the values, understandings, and ideologies of the environment existing people, because they are all corrupt. That's why the prophets need to be sent by God, because God created human beings for a purpose. If the human beings cannot have guidance to fulfill their purpose, what are they going to do? They are going to get lost. They need guidance. Okay, by whom then? This was the problem, great problem. Why? We very frequently touch upon this subject, that we are not aware of most of the time what we are doing, because we attach values to people who seem to have virtue, to seem to have knowledge, to seem to have a perfect profession, successful businessmen, etc. Or also in their profession, for example, being a great scientist, being aware of what is going on in the universe, and trying to discover it and finding out new models of thinking, etc. That is, in our eyes, what makes a man great. And it must be the one who is chosen. But for the prophethood, it works just the other way around. Why? Prophets must be the ones who are thirsty of truth, doesn't have any answer, but full of questions, concerns, problems, but no answer, because they are aware that the existing society is not really proposing any idea, giving any idea about the truth. They don't really try what the truth is. They cannot know by themselves alone. They see that the wonderful things are going on in the world, and everything is so beautiful, looks like a very purposeful and conscious action going on in the world. And what does it mean? They don't know. They are really struggling to get the best answer for it, but there is no way to get it. The universe points out to very exciting news that there must be something behind me. Please read my meaning. I don't know how to read it. What does it mean? Here are the mountains and desert and I don't know, atmosphere, sunlight, the moonlight, etc., etc. What are they? And how am I going to explain my own existence? So I'm wonderful. I question. I am full of questions. I am really thirsty of the answer. There is no answer. Oh, that means we said last week that the human beings who have no claim, it doesn't mean that they are not struggling. No, a claim which is based on speculations. It may be so, it must be, can be this way or another way. That is what human feelings, human real spiritual needs, spiritual feelings need for a guidance in order to teach us how to read the signs of this universe, how to read the meaning of this existence. What's so exciting? But we don't know how to read it. Can you learn reading without a teacher? Impossible. Somebody must guide me if I want to learn the reading and interpret it, give me the clue, show me the way. But the universe speaks with a silent language, sign language. How can I interpret it? I must understand it in a human language. A teacher, for example, I'm looking at an animal. Let's say, for example, I love the squirrels, and they are beautiful, very hardworking creatures. Every creature is hardworking except human beings. But anyways, that is the side note. So they are very hardworking. They never stop. Either they look for the food or they play and they chase with each other. They are lovely creatures, and there are many in my backyard. So I love them to watch. The squirrels, they are telling me something definite. I'm sure of it. I don't need any guidance from anywhere. I know I am giving the capacity to understand that they are full of meanings in their actions. But how do they understand this action, this meaning in their existence? Another person comes and speaks to me with another type of sign language. Look, man, I'm suffering from explanation. You make me even more puzzled. So it must be a human language that I can understand. And this guidance must be given by the one who created me and created the squirrel, therefore the universe. He must speak to me. How? But he exists at a completely different level of existence. But the universe also demonstrates that it must have a creator, must have a source of existence, who exists at a completely different level of existence, state of existence. Because the world the universe is the work of this creator, the one who gave existence to it, and the one who gave existence to it cannot be of the nature, of the same nature of the universe itself. That is very human logic. I need somebody who will speak to me with the language I understand, clearly being as the language of the Quran, stated everything to me, explained everything to me, guided me how to interpret the sign language out there. So this must come. For example, the creator, I'm just, shortcutting the conclusion. The creator of the universe must be somebody not like the universe. It means absolute. That's a very short, shortcut. Absolute. If he is absolute, he manifests his qualities in a limited way in the existence of a squirrel, in the existence of the clouds and the moon and the sun and the stars and mountains and trees or the plants, all sorts of fruit, vegetable, whatever they are. They are excellent. Yeah, I understand them. But all of them have limited existence. Although source, by definition, by now, let's use it in this way, must be not limited. If it was a limited being, cannot be the source of existence of this huge universe, manifesting in a perfect way, perfect harmony. Everything is, paired up with opposite. Some of them are locks, some of them are keys. Completely different. Two natures are contradicting each other, but complementing each other at the same time. That's an amazing, mind-blowing there's a scenery out there. So, but everything is limited. So I must have his guidance, although by its essence and nature must be absolute limitless, but it must manifest itself in a limited form, like a squirrel, like a tree. It must manifest his speech, his knowledge must be given to me in the limited form. However, and again, shortcutting this reasoning again, however, this absolute power manifests itself in a limited form, however it does, but by definition, in another area we studied it extensively, the angels are employed to transfer this absolute into a limited form that human beings can experience. Absolute, I cannot experience it. So in the same way, the knowledge of the Creator revealed to me through the angels, but in the form of what? Squirrel? Oh, that is sign language. I need human language. So human language must be given or manifested in the order through the capacity of a speaking human being. But this speaking human being must be as pure as or perfectly obedience of the atoms and particles of the squirrel. They are so innocent, perfectly obedient. They have no other choice than just existing as they are given existence, with no distortion, perfectly obeying. There is a need for a man who will receive this manifestation of the language of the God in order to give me guidance coming from the absolute knowledge of God, the Creator, the absolute one. So who can be as pure as the elements and particles of the body of the squirrel? A man who's ready to receive the guidance with no distortion, no crookedness, no personal idea at all in it. In order to have this status, this person must have absolutely no claim, no speculations, but only ready to receive whatever he is given. We call it, we describe it tableau blanco last week. I think it was last day. Yeah, I think so. So it must be no other scribbles originating from the man itself. Pure white page, ready to be written, not causing any confusions from by the people who are reading what's written there. That is why we have to be proud that the prophets are ummi in the language of the Quran. They are as pure as they are born from their mother. They have not polluted it. There must be absolutely trustworthy, innocent, and loyal to the Creator. Whatever they receive, they have no claim over it. Oh, I didn't like this. Let me change it in this way. No claim over it. Like the particles of the body of the squirrel or the universe. Squirrel is our universe now. So you understand, this is an example only. So the prophets are the people who have no claim, no personal idea to interfere or mix up with what they have received. And they must be in the form of human beings. They must speak with the language of human beings, but this language must have infinite knowledge in it in order to guide every human being to whom the message was sent. Let's come to the Quran that we are studying. Quran claims that I am sent to mankind with no exception, no time limitation. Oh, what does it mean? It means for everyone. So it must be speaking to every human nature, every human being at every time, and must have the capacity to follow it, to receive guidance from it. All right, that's understood why human beings need ummi, carpenter, Jesus, ironmonger, David, shepherd, Muhammad. So ridiculous. Adam has no claim at all. Zero claim. What? Everything is taught to Adam, human beings, by his creator. We will study later on in this section about his nature. As described in the Quran, it means as God is describing me in the Quran who I am, actually. Adam means me. So we understand, right? We have to really establish a relationship with the revelation, with the Quran. Whatever is told, for example, is mentioned here, Ibrahim, Ishaq, Yaqub, Ulul AD, or that these are the qualities, of course, Yaqub. And we will read today, Sulaiman, somebody, they will mention here we go, let's go there. Okay, no, I cannot see it. I have to go here. We are going to study Ismail, Eliasa, Del Kefil. I mean, these are the names, the Ummi people. For example, what do you think Ismail was the profession, knowledge, anything, nothing but revelation? This must be by definition. So anyways, come back. All right. How about me then? If I claim something that I deserve to be prophet, it means I cannot. That is so contradictory. That is why no one can desire or expect or try their best to become a prophet. Impossible. The more they try to be a prophet, they are becoming far and far away from the message, from this position, if you like, or from this profession, if you like, the profession of the prophethood. So it must develop fitri. It means the Ummi way. It must happen in me way. And it means to me as well, if I want to get guidance from the speech of the Creator, from the acts of the Creator, both the universe, the Qur'an, or the Bible, the Torah, whatever, all the revelations, I must have no claim, no speculations. No, it may be, no. I must understand. I must realize I am in need of learning from professional teachers like Ibrahim, like Ishaq, like Yaqub, as they are the figures represented or presented to us in the Quran. I must have no, it doesn't mean that I know nothing, but I must admit I am in need of guidance. I must understand this language, but I cannot by myself. I must understand the conditions of my existence, my needs. How can I meet them? There must be, but what is that? Where is it? If I say, no, I understand how the universe works, that's it, failed. You cannot benefit from the universe. I can make sense of what is good, what is bad, that's it, end of it. You failed. From the beginning, you failed. That is very important. The more I am hungry, the more I am thirsty, the better I appreciate the value, the taste of the food, and value, benefit of water. The more. If I say, no, I have some food in my stomach, and then I cannot benefit really. I cannot get the taste really, because I'm not really thirsty, starving for the tasty food. So, with my claim, and at the same time, where are we? With my claim, and at the same time, what I am going to get is just opposite, but complementary. The more I need, the better I understand. If I claim that I also can know the reality by myself without being taught by my Creator, by the Creator, the owner of this universe, the more I claim this, the far away I become. I fall apart from the teaching. For example, you sit in the classroom and the professor is teaching something. If you claim that you're already subject, what do? Either you don't come to the class, or if it is really required that you have to attend, you go there but listen to him carelessly, because You have the claim to know it. You don't feel the need. You are not ready to take your notes with in front of your computer, or in my times, paper and pen. And of course, while I'm taking the notes, I make mistakes. So my eraser must be next to it. I never forget that. It is always with me as well, I can show it to you. And the pencil. No, they are my best friends in this world. So I have to take notes. The more I claim that I don't know, the better I pay attention to it, the better I learn, the better I digest it. That is human reality. We should never, ever forget this. So if someone comes to you with a question, that is it. What we see now in the life of the prophet comes to the people and the people around him. Can I tell you something about what will happen after we die? Stop. No answer. He doesn't go ahead. If they say, oh, yes, please. And then, oh, do you want me to tell? If you want, I can tell you. Then he continues. Read the Hadith literature full of this expression. Another thing is, do you know what this or that, whatever it is? And the companions discovered they are clever people, sincere people, or although they are not very knowledgeable, except a few of them, handful of them. Knowledge is not always a positive thing, maybe a negative thing, in order to become a perfect student of the most perfect teacher. We have to be very careful. Sincerity, the need, being poor, poverty is the essence of learning. But can I just say that I don't know anything, pretend? No. You have to take a right attitude in order to benefit from the teacher. So the companions learned this, and they said, God and his prophet know better, the best. Please tell us. And the prophet starts teaching them. And if there is an occasion they couldn't solve the problem, they were puzzled, and the prophet looks at their position. They need guidance, because they are saying, we don't know, and that they are arguing here and there with no result at all, as we're coming to a satisfactory conclusion. And the prophet stands up, says, look, this is the answer to your question. Everybody is satisfied. Pure attention, they listen to him. That is how the companions were educated, trained, not through knowledge, but perfect training, education, received from the prophet. They don't have any other source of teaching. So they had a very simple cultural inheritance or tradition, and they said, this is all trash, reject all of them, empty themselves from all garbage. Okay, a serious question now for me and for you. Can I empty myself? Can I empty my claims? Really hard. To me, very hard. It may be easy for you. Oh, I don't believe. We are human beings. We share the same feelings, same capacity. So, but that's your business. My business is, it is very hard to claim nothing. I have no knowledge. Starting from this, I have no existence from myself. I have no life from myself. I have no quality from myself as human qualities. I have nothing from myself. Plus, I have no sure knowledge from myself. I need to be taught. I need to be created. I need to be given all the things that my existence needs, and I need to be taught. Pay attention. وإذا قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا له. When the Quran is recited, read out to you, listen to it attentively. Oh, what does it mean? Don't say that, I know a little bit, come on, I'm a believer, I know God. If you claim that, you will never learn anything from the teachings of God through the prophet's exemplary life. No. Having no claim is the essence of everything. How did we learn it? The prophets were chosen. They are Mustafain al-Akhyar, among the chosen, the best ones. Now, so they are perfectly purified. Why? They had no claim. For example, can we at all claim any share in our existence? Everybody says, no, I can just exist as I am, given existence. So clear. This is a very essential subject. That's why I am under the name of just recapping what we did last week. Oh, I said, it is a very interesting subject and directly related to my reality. And I have to learn from the prophetic mission that they have to be ummi. We call it illiterate. It's not enough. Illiterate means really doesn't know how to read and write, but it doesn't mean that ummi doesn't mean that only. It must be included, but it's a small portion in it. The best portion has no claim. No. That is why to be an ummi is extremely difficult. My friend, best friend, Muhammad Assam, says, yes, I empty myself when I tried all my ways and aren't working. It's not easy, Assam, I know that. And I wasn't satisfied with life. Then I decided to change. Oh, that is the beginning. Excellent. I understand. Perfectly purging ourselves from all dirt of this, especially this trash culture, I'll say, civilization, values, completely secular. Even this trash civilization, to me, secularized religion. Where? In America only? Come on. Everywhere. And Muslim, so-called the Muslim countries as well. Religion all over the world, all religions are secularized. Be careful. It's a big claim. I know that. I'm not proud of it. I am ashamed of it. But we have to face our reality. Taking for granted belief does not work, will not work. We have to understand this. We have to realize this. We have to have basis, as the Quran presents to us, the basis. The basis. So the Quran says today, I was, for an occasion I was reading, أَوَلَمْ يَرَى الْإِنسَانُ أَنَّا خَلَقْنَاهُ etc. You know that the last page of the chapter 36, Yasin, chapter Yasin. إنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين. They became challenging and a competitor with me, with us. Then let me carry on. وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه. Look at this argument. He just put forward an argument, forgetting his creation, how he came into existence. Never paid attention to it. Just saying that, no. I know as well. Come on. Yeah, and then continues. ونسي خلقه وقال من when يحيي العظام وهي رميم. Come on, man, what are you talking about? I know how the nature develops, how the nature evolves. So who is going to give life? What is going to give life? The dead, or not only dead, the bones even became like a dust. Who is going to do that? There is no force within the nature, that is our secularized mind, in the universe. There is nothing which gives life to rotten, became dust, bones. Forget about the flesh. It's completely disappeared and became compost anyways. قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة. Doesn't say, the Quran doesn't say, look, I am the God who knows everything. I'm telling you, I'm going to do it. No. قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة. From in front of his own experience of this world. Who has given you existence, given you life? The first time from your scratch of existence, not the first time he created the universe. No, from your scratch of existence, and he gave you existence. He equipped you with the life and gave you spirit, all the human qualities, and now you are given the ability to think, to reason, etc. Forgetting about all these that they are giving you from scratch, from nothing. You have no share in it. Nothing can have any share in the existence of your intelligence, your consciousness, your conscience, your feelings, your memory, anything. All things are given to you from scratch. Don't forget, awwala marrah doesn't mean the first time he created. Most of the translations said, but at the start, they say, no. From scratch. Zero. Who gave you this existence? From zero. Yeah. وهو بكل شيء عليم. The one who does this, who gives existence, who gave existence to you, who gives existence to you from scratch, knows everything. What is this? What is the evidence for it? Your own existence is the evidence for it. Look, God doesn't speak like we do, man. That's why it makes me feel crazy. Why? We say, Qur'an says so. Today I was speaking to one of my students in the office. I was in the office today. So he came and asked something, and I explained something, etc. We had a nice discussion, and we said, I wanted to draw his attention a little bit. He was talking about his religious education background, etc. I said, okay. For example, I came to this point. That's why I remember these verses. I said, okay, very good. His name's something, doesn't matter, but we don't know him. He's a young guy. Why do you believe in the hereafter? Have you ever thought about it? Immediately he spoke, look at this, look at this. He's innocent. He is innocent. He was really honest. He said, Quran says so. You see, Quran doesn't say you have to believe in the hereafter because Quran says so. It means I say so. But we are so loyal to the Quran in such a way that we speak in a way completely contradicts the Quran itself. I am really, really fed up with this. Really. We have to open ourselves, stop our claims, and just watch and listen to the Quran attentively and with no claim that I know also. I know the religion. I know Islam. I know Quran. And let me get some information from the Quran. Let me learn something from the Quran rather than let me get guidance from the Quran, how to think, how to use my human abilities, especially reasoning from the Quran. That was amazing that we touched upon last week. I said this subject needs to be revisited 10 times, not only one. I said, I questioned myself. And which sometimes when I speak in a very arrogant way. I know everything. I know this one. I know this verse. I know this hadith. It doesn't mean that I shouldn't share what I have learned. So the prophets are ummi doesn't mean that when they receive something from God, not from themselves, they should keep it for themselves and not deliver it, spread it to others. No. Prophet did just the opposite. Receive it, apply it in your life, and spread it. So, not my idea. Be careful. Religion is secularized. At the best scenario, 21st century of religion, including Islam, among the Muslim, not the Quran, among the Muslim population, at the best, if I cannot say, for some cases, secularized, how do you say, humanistic interpretation became humanistic. I cannot say humanized, but humanismized, if you like. I am making up a word. If somebody helps me, I will appreciate it. Humanismized. Do you understand me? I am sure you do understand me. Humanism replaced religious faith, religious iman. It means iman. What does religious mean? Religious iman. It's a meaningless term that I'm using here. Belief, confidence in one's conclusion about the meaning of the universe. So, following my human feelings. Yes, human feelings are very valuable, extremely valuable, but not to follow the human feelings, but use it as a means to understand the sign language of the universe, the creation, the act of the creator, to understand the sign language of the universe with the guidance of the creator, the professor of the universe, if you like, owner of the universe. through his instructors. The instructors come to the class and teaches me as they have learned from the professor. It's an analogy. No one is just as simple as to say that, oh, this man, this old guy, described God as the professor. It's ridiculous. These are just really way of, how do you say, the way of speech. It's not called the way of figure of speech. Just examples, and just giving the simple examples in order to make the case clear. So we will, let me see, there's something just humanized. Oh, thank you. I don't know how to read your name. Exazukum or something. Man, it is a mysterious name, but thank you very much. I appreciate. Humanized. Yeah, correct. I think it sounds correct. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's a great help, man. Be brave to tell you to teach me what you know. Okay. Now, we will come. That's why I said before going into this section 48, let me go here as well. And also remember Ismail, Alisha, and Zulkifl, all are among the best. Imam Ikhyar. Ikhyar, among the best, at the same time, chosen from among the best. I think you must be familiar with ikhtiyar. It means choosing the best. So it has this tinge of meaning as well, not among the best, but chosen because they are among the best. So who are they? Ishmael, Elijah, Zulkifl. Who are they? I don't know. I'm not reading encyclopedia. I am not after knowledge, information. I am after guidance. Why do you mention these names to me? Oh, the prophets are people like you, man. They are not as different creatures so that you cannot really communicate with them. They are purified, but why they are purified, I have to understand. That's what we have been talking about. Why they are purified? Because they had no claim. They deserve to be fed. Because they accept that they are absolutely hungry of reality. So, and this is a reminder, it means what you are reading now in front of you. This is just a reminder, just giving you guidance, whether you take it or not, you are free. Now, for God conscious, this is muttaqin لحسن مآب. So we'll have a good place of return. It means after they learn it, after they get the guidance, they will be the perfect person to become a candidate for God, to the God to say, come here. You got the, how do you say, grade? But how do you say, the best grade they have? Different levels of grades, but for example, 4 out of 4. So, yeah. They have a good place of return. It means they will be perfectly rewarded. Now, Qur'an also is like that, and whoever takes lesson from the Qur'an, guidance from the Qur'an, they are God conscious. Muttaqi means they are afraid of scared of making a mistake. That is the original meaning of waqiyah. So muttaqi, ittaqa is the strengthened form of really waqiyah. So the word waqa. So muttaqin is the active participle of the ittiqa form, whatever, or so ittaqa yattaqi form. This is Arabic grammar. What I am saying is, waqa'iqi means scared of hurting somebody, doing something wrong, and falling into danger. It means not having any speculation. It means not having any speculation. For myself, look at what the scientists claim now. Because the preachers, the imam, the shuyukh of the century, the secular civilization are scientists nowadays. Used to be philosophers. But now scientists replace the philosophers, speaking with a solid claim that, look, I have the evidence, I studied how the universe is working, I know how it is happening, so I can interpret the existence according to my own whims, as I like. You see, full, 100% full of claim. Do you think this mind, this attitude will ever receive any message from guidance of the Creator? It is full as he thinks he is full. That's why they say nature works in this way. So simplistic. To me, so I don't want to use the bad language now. So let's be on the safe side. I'm not accusing anybody. This attitude is so disgusting, inhuman. Why? When you say the things are happening, developing, evolving naturally by themselves, what do you mean by nature? What do you mean by evolving? According to what? Do they have free will? Oh, it seems to be, look, speculation. It appears to be speculation. Although when they measure it, when they weigh the weight of the things, when they talk about their sizes, etc., they speak with a precise language, which is correct. But how these measurements came into existence, how this explosion, how these activities, how this change, how this phenomenon of development, evolving, being active, in motion or at motion, how motion exists, how development exists, improvement exists. These are qualities. What are the sources of all these qualifications you are attributing to matter? Nothing they have to say. Complete garbage claim. But the authority, technology works. Yes, universe works. Universe works, not because of itself, because it has been created in such a way that it is working. It has no choice to choose anything that I will be perfectly working in a perfect order. It has no choice. They are just bound to follow the way they are created. They are given existence. They cannot change their nature of existence, if you like, their essence of existence. They have no choice. Like I have no choice to change my essence of existence. Although I claim to be an intelligent person, a reasoning person, I have a free will, I am aware of what I am doing, I can really remember my previous experience, and I can speculate about my future by using and utilizing my previous existence. I cannot claim anything that is happening from myself, coming into existence from itself. I am a human being, I know it. How can an inanimate, completely, no choice at all, matter can be the source of existence of these wonderful qualities that we observe in this universe manifesting themselves here. So they have, of course, a good place of return. They will be rewarded because they accepted their reality as created being, as needy being. Whereas me, I don't feel needy. I exist by myself, especially the materialist people, secularist people. When they interpret existence, they say they exist by themselves. They don't need any source of existence. How? But they exist. Look at the claim. What? But it appears to be. Look at the claim. Oh, stupid claim to me. Okay, let's go one. Let's go here as well. 27. No, 27. Come here. Okay. So what is the return? What is the return? The doors of garden. Okay. The doors of garden of eternal pleasure, Jannah, will be kept open for them. What does it mean? There will be no obstacle that they claim to have from themselves. So they realize everything from the creator of the universe. Creator of the universe says, come to me. Is there an obstacle that you claimed? That you have some share in your existence? You had some share in your knowledge? You had some share in your feelings? They are all given to you. If I mean, a perfect man, a muttaqi man, really a very conscious man, say, I had no claim. So there is no obstacle in front of me, no hindrance, even a bumper in front of me. Straight away, I find myself in this world as being given existence by the creator of the universe. In the next creation, it must be after I am given death, if I really digest death and not opposed to it and accept that whoever gave me life is going to have all rights with no exception to operate on his own property. Now he is giving me death. It means changing my position, which I have always been experiencing this throughout my life. My babyhood, my childhood, my youth, all died. I exist in this form. Why? Not because I made myself in this form. I wouldn't make it. I would make myself if it was on me in the very young man position or appearance, existence. Somebody is doing on me, and then somebody is giving me death, and there must be a reason. It doesn't mean the end of my existence, because my existence doesn't depend on my body. My body depends on its creator. So its creator promises through my feelings that, because my feelings expect eternal happiness, don't forget. So it is just giving me a promise. The creator has given me their promise. All your expectations, all your needs, as long as, never forget this point, as long as you claim nothing, which you can't, leave it to me, put your trust in me, that I have created everything. I can give you, only I, the creator of the universe, my owner, my master. He has given everything to me. I say, only you can give me what my infinite desires are dying for. You gave me this. And I know, since you gave me, you will accomplish, you will satisfy this gift.
this need. Oh. And when I say this, yes, of course, this is true, man. Come. So that is called Jannat Aden, the gardens of eternal pleasure. This creation inevitably must take place because I trust my creator who created me, the creator of my feelings. I don't trust myself. I don't trust my cells. I don't trust my flesh. The creator of everything in me. That is why the doors of paradise, it means being in the presence of God, directly being in his hands, taking care of everything by him. Because if I perfectly claim that only you can take care of it, only you can give existence, then I will be given existence in such a way that there will be no slightly closed section of the entrance in the presence of God. So it is interesting, the word mufattah, not maftuh. Maftuh means open. Mufattah is translated here as will be kept open for them, the wide open and always open. The condition is what? Not to claim that you have a share in your success. Everything is from your creator. Every guidance comes from your creator with no claim saying that, yes, I need God's guidance 99 in my religious affairs, but I don't need any guidance about my worldly life. This is I can manage with. This attitude makes the door of, this is an allegoric way of speech, doors of the paradise, it means the living in the presence of God, somehow closed. A little bit. The more I claim, the more it becomes closed to me. If somebody, they are called the blank atheist people, never, ever, there is no hole even, but let alone the door is open, there is no hole in the door. It means they cannot acknowledge, they didn't acknowledge God, they should never, ever experience the pleasure of belief in God. Therefore, experience the pleasure of being or given an existence. Given an existence, it means they will be given an existence so that they will experience some good creation of God. No, everything will be what? Deprivation of what they are expecting. Here in this world, they say, oh, that's done. We are enjoying the life, but when we die, we will disappear from existence and we become dust. All right. You see, is there any hope in it? Never. A little bit? No. Come on. An atom of it? No, because they didn't accept even an atom is given existence by the one who created the universe. Everything they claim, I exist by myself, atom exists by itself. That's it. All the doors are closed. What they have to do, they have to suffer in this world in their human expectations. Zero expectations. After their death, they will say, okay, as the Qur'an says, تَمَتَّعُوا قَلِيلًا. Get some of my benefit in this world, but no more, because بَلْ أَنْتُمْ مُجْرِمُونَ. Definitely you are criminals, denied the reality. Okay, You said that I exist by myself. Okay, continue existing by yourself. I'm not giving you any pleasure at all. I'm not satisfying any expectations of your feelings at all. What are you going to do? Come on, do it. Create a delicious food. Create a beautiful scenery, for example, flower, animals, or whatever. But you have a garden in this world. I created, I give you, and it was a means of education for you. You didn't benefit from it. You didn't really use it as a guide for you, as a source of guide information for you. You question it, how did it come into existence? Just that I own this house, I own this garden, all right. All right then, you own, carry on until you die, finish. So that is my duty. I will give you until I give you death. And whether you are going to learn from it something or not, accept your reality or not, you are free. All right. I think the time is getting late. So they will be comfortably seated. They will call for abundant fruit and whatever they want, because the door is wide open. We didn't really complete this vocabulary of mufattah. Mufattah. It's muannas form of it. Mufattah. Normal form. Not miftuh, but mufattah. What does it mean? Open wide. No obstacle in them. That is why the Quran teaches us black and white. Black and white. The doors of paradise, this is the teaching, now symbolically teaching we will study next week by giving the examples from this world, although the next creation will be completely different. But that must be completely different. There is no need to repeat the same life. I don't want to repeat the same life in this world again. I want complete pleasure. So there must be a completely changed, different type of creation. So, but in order to teach me which kind of creation it should be, I cannot be given the imaginary example. I would say it's just imagination. How can I make sure that this is reality? You know, the Quran gives the example from this world. Yeah. Fakir, so comfortably seated, they will call for abundant fruit and drink. That's how you are getting the fruit and drink from God's mercy, God's creation. No, they will be given the such things like this that you enjoyed here. There, but with no waiting, no cultivating, no farming. Just, I don't need your farming in order to create the tree. I don't need you to put the seed that I created into the soil and sow it there, put it there, under the soil. I don't need you. I am the one who's creating it, and really in the form of a complete tree, and everywhere the millions of different kinds of fruits are created in this way. You are not doing anything, but I want you to express your need for it. Huh? Oh God, you gave me, let's assume my eraser is a seed. You gave me this seed. Look, please give me out of this seed the tree that you created. I remember from last year experience, a tree, but I need it. I cannot make a tree out of this seed. They say everything is written here, DNA, coded, etc., etc. Okay, make a tree out of it. It is naturally develops. Okay, so you will get naturally developed into the hair. So go ahead to go to it. So this is the seed. Please give me a tree out of this seed. As I experienced last year, that is the way I can communicate with you. I learned it. So I put it in the soil and go home and sleep. I said, okay, you admitted that I am the one who creates it. I will create it for you. That's exactly. I admit that the fruit I need without waiting, without cultivations for the season, waiting for the season. No, I want it now. And in the best way, not rotten one, not old one, not smelly, bad smelly one, the best smell. That is my desire you give me. Yeah, I will give you. But if only you admit, you accept that. If you accept that and realize that the fruit that you are eating in this world is directly created by me and presented to you as a grace, as a mercy by me. If you accept this in this world, limited world, I will give you unlimited form of fruits to you that you cannot imagine. That's why paradise is described in the Quran with the examples of this world, so that I can experience it, I can confirm it, I can feel confidence about my conclusion, and then understand that the source of existence of this fruit must be the absolute one. This absolute one gave me the feeling which needs a limited satisfaction he can give me. Because he created one fruit only. No. He created the whole universe. The fruit is nothing in it. Oh, he can create everything. I want a perfect fruit eternally. Why not? Absolute can give me. So that is why the description of hell, description of paradise must be presented to me in the form of this world, so that I can utilize these examples in this world and I can understand and admit that they are created by God, so that I can go back to his infinite absolute power and qualities. You can give me whatever you gave me the need for. This is eternal, perfect, ready anytime I want fruit. And this fruit doesn't exist here. This fruit got, when you eat it, it disappears and finished. We have to wait for the next season. But I want not to wait. That is the desire given to me. He promises me that he is going to satisfy it. And that is really wonderful that the Quran describes. I will read it, H. Beza, what you have written in the chat box. That is why the Quran describes the hereafter with the examples that he has created here. But these are temporary examples. We understand if the source is absolute, must be permanent as well. Can be permanent and must be permanent. I want permanent form. So, okay, let's finish 52. Having beside them well-matched max of modest. No. We have to stop here. People's minds are so spoiled. It's soiled. So what do you mean by kasrat tarfi etrab? These are as it is the classically or traditionally translated as women. Women only for men. What will happen next week, inshallah? H. Beza writes, is it possible to not lay claim to anything, as we had discussed in that, is discussed that those instructed by the Creator to relay the message are untainted or innocent? Is it possible? No, they are purified. We discussed this last week. They have no claim, but of course, as a created being, to be perfect, absolutely innocent is not possible. But when you look at the baby, he is absolutely innocent as he is created. We spoil ourselves, if you mean this by asking this question. And what we do now, we clean ourselves, take out of the spoiled side of us, put it aside, and wait for the answer from the Creator. Now, is it a matter of striving or something I cannot necessarily reach, or for something I cannot necessarily? Is it a matter of striving for something? Yes, it is, okay. Or is the crux of it more of the striving itself, regardless of the result, which I cannot lay claim to? Now, what we have to struggle, we have to struggle to realize that we cannot find the truth but ourselves, by ourselves. And we have to struggle to purify ourselves. That's what the struggle is needed, so that we have to be ready to receive. If I don't try to clean myself, definitely my strive is going to be in order to feel more claim in my speculations. So definitely. So I have to strive not to spoil myself. When I manage as much as possible, not 100% is possible, because as the baby grows, when the baby reaches at the age of 2, the baby starts saying that I don't want it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to come here, etc. So that is what we are growing through. But after a certain age, we have to start cleansing ourselves. I don't know whether I really understood and answered to your concerns. Actually, it's not necessarily a question, but I'm very pleased that you are sharing your feelings, any sort of thoughts, anything. Perhaps the issue is in the question. The issue in the question is in thinking I can lay claim to not laying claim to anything. I can lay claim to not laying claim to anything. No, you are making this matter. No, I can really, it means in quote unquote I, it means human ego, claims something, but human spirit through acting through human free will, human consciousness, human conscience, as we are studying in the story of Yusuf, human conscience can understand that this claim of I is false. So human free will comes there. Whether I will follow the claim of I, ego, it means I understood ego there, egocentric concerns, or listen to my conscience. Conscience says, you cannot be the source of anything at all. I says, the ego says, I want to be the source of existence of everything. Human free will sometimes, it swings between two and from there. We are advised by the Qur'an not to follow egotistic concerns, egocentric interpretations. That's why the Quran advises us, purify yourself. be very careful not to make a mistake. If you are careful, that's very interesting, the concept of taqwa or muttaqi, the one who has this attitude. Very interesting. The more we are careful not to fall into a mistake or into making a mistake, not to fall into egoistic concerns, which is absolutely meaningless. We understand this because I cannot claim the creatorship over anything. I must know that. My consciousness knows it, but human beings may fall on the egoistic desires, on the egoistic suggestions. The Quran says whisperings, waswasa. So whisperings. But on the other side, which is interesting actually, the word waswasa, we understand waswasa that, whether my prayer or my wudu is accepted or not. No, that is almost nothing. Waswasa means following the whisperings of egoistic concerns. That's what Quran said, you waswasa. But the same concern includes in it, it's a small piece, whether I'm very sensitive about my prayer, I don't know whether it's accepted or not. Let me repeat it. We reduce it to a very simple, very small, narrow area. That is something else. Just like it reminded me this whisperings. The point is, I can claim I'm free. So rather than saying that in the question is the issue in the question is in thinking I can claim to not laying claim to anything, make it clear. I claims everything. Consciousness comes just to opposite, claims the reality of existence out there. Human free will chooses this way or that way. Neither conscience nor ego, I, in quote unquote I, ego, me, can decide anything. They are just, if you like, giving the information. One of them is absolutely false, the other one is absolutely correct. But I wouldn't say human free will decides to do this way or this way. Don't say what is human free will. We know from our experience that such a thing is reality. That's my reality. I'm experiencing it. There are two options here and there. I choose one of them. So I is not free will. I think your sentence somehow doesn't have human free will. I say any equation, it means formula that we are trying to understand human reality, which lacks free will, this equation is wrong. Why? Because I act in this world according to my choices. But one of them is egoistic choices, the other one is, if you like, the spirit-centered choices. It means we will study spirit, inshallah, in the following weeks. So in this section again, Quran often refers to it, and then we will study that point there. Inshallah, we will understand what spirit represents. So somehow, but we will study the verse related to this subject. Then spirit is there, and I is there. None of them is the agent in my action. Free will is the agent. I will choose this, I will choose that. I'm absolutely free. That is how I am created. Don't say, when I say my free will, who is my? No, I am, it is my reality. That's how I am. I have two hands, one of them is right, one of them is left. That's it. And I can use my right hand, I can use my left hand. That's it. What is that? Ego or consciousness or conscience, conscience, human spirit. None of them. Free will. That is why the problem must be solved on the pivot of free will, not I. I doesn't solve the problem. Free will solves the problem as far as I can understood from the sources that teaches the Quran to me. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Oh, half an hour, almost 28 minutes late. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. Innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. I am sorry, we have to pray. Those people who live in the eastern part of the United States have to pray. Wassalamu alaikum. Fi amanillahi wa hafzihi.
Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.